13 News begins with breaking news.
It is 5 a.m. and we begin this half hour with that breaking news. State police tell us they are investigating 2 more fires on the eastern shore. Police say both appear to be arson. 2 abandoned structures began burning within less than an hour of each other last night. The first fire happened just before 10:30.
Police say a single-story home caught fire on Savageville Road in Anancock. And just after 11 o'clock, police say a 2-story structure burned along White Crossings Road in Mears. Now, no one was hurt in these fires. That's the good news. Remember, that reward has now gone way up to $25,000 for anyone who provides information that leads to an arrest. There have been around 50 arsons on the eastern shore in Accomack County that have been unsolved. So they really want to get a handle on this and find out who's doing this. Yeah, and this is a story that will continue to follow. Good morning, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us here on Daybreak. It is a busy morning. Yes, it is. I'm LaSalle. She's Vanessa. Let's go over to Craig right now because we know he has been tracking this storm system on the way. Take a look at the radar. Let's see what he's watching now. Good morning.
Good morning, guys. We are tracking a few light sprinkles.
For now, we're going to check in with LaSalle.
All right, Ashley, thank you very much. Let's get to the news now. Norfolk City schools are facing some tough choices and big budget concerns. And parents, you have a chance to speak out and express your concerns. 13 News anchor Sandra Parker is here to let you know how. Hey, Sandra, good morning.
Don't worry, guys. It's only a test. Later this month, Virginia Tech will send out a statewide test of its VT alert system. It's set to happen on March 20th. All the system's communication channels will be tested, including email, Twitter, and phone alerts.
Parents, today the FBI wants to help you keep your children safe online. The Norfolk FBI office is holding a free seminar on parental awareness. Agents will tell you about ways to protect your kids from online predators and gangs. They'll also tell you about some techniques adults use to attract children online. 13 News was at one of these seminars last year. Trust us, they are full of very useful information. Tonight's is at the Westin at Virginia Beach Town Center from 6 to 8:30.
The owner of a dog shelter set up at Michael Vick's former home is set to head to court. According to our partners at the Virginian Pilot, Tamira Thane will face a judge on animal cruelty charges in Surry County today. Investigators say Thane was inadequately caring for animals at the shelter and that she was running the facility without state approval. Thane denies the allegations. If convicted, she could face a year in prison. All right, time check right now, 5:05. It is Tuesday morning. Here's what's up next on 13 News Daybreak.
It is video you have to see to believe. A tractor trailer versus a train. Find out what happens.
And coming up, we do have some potential for some snow over the next couple of days. We're going to talk about that in a lot more detail. I'll explain exactly what you can expect coming up. Stay tuned.
But for now, let's get back to you guys.
Chesapeake, where Ashley lives. See how that works? Just ahead here on 13 News Daybreak, President Obama announces new cabinet choices for his second term.
So, who made the cut? We're going to meet those nominees coming up next. Is it the right time to expand rail and mass transit services in Hampton Roads?
Well, the answer is yes. That's according to Hampton Roads Transportation Planning Organization Director Dwight Farmer. That's a mouthful, but here's what he says. He says new transportation legislation out of the General Assembly will pump millions of additional dollars into inner-city passenger rail. It's a dedicated funding source our area has never seen.
So that's huge. That means we can make some long-term commitments with the Federal Railroad Administration.
The increase in sales tax from 5 to 5.3% will be the main source of revenue for rail in the region. Farmer says the tax is expected to generate $44 million for inner-city passenger rail by fiscal year 2014.
New this morning, talk about a bad place for a truck to get stuck. And what happened? Well, that's what 13 News anchor Sandra Parker is following for us this morning. Man, what a scene, Sandra.
Yeah, this is really some wild video.
Well, there is a new sinkhole in Florida close to the one that swallowed a man's home and buried him in the rubble. The new sinkhole is about 10 feet deep. It's under a white fence behind a house less than 2 miles from the sinkhole that killed Jeff Bush while he was sleeping in his bedroom. It was just yesterday when crews finished demolishing his house, exposing the full scope of the sinkhole, which was 100 feet deep. Crews are now working on filling that sinkhole.
More health problems are being reported for Venezuelan President Hugo Chavez. Government officials say Chavez is battling a new and severe respiratory infection. He's been undergoing cancer treatment for months and hasn't been seen in public since winning re-election in October. Chavez's failing health has created tensions in the nation over who should succeed him as president if necessary.
President Obama is working to fill out his cabinet for a second term. He wants MIT physicist Ernest Moniz to be his next energy secretary. He also picked two women, Gina McCarthy to run the EPA, and Walmart Foundation President Sylvia Matthews Burwell is his pick to head the Office of Management and Budget. She would have to take on those big budget battles that are making big headlines in D.C.
5:18 right now. This is making big headlines with us here in Hampton Roads. Becoming winter weather. Craig, what are you watching for us?
Right now we're watching a developing storm system in the central part of the country. It's going to track through our area
In a few minutes, but let's get back to you guys for now.
Hey, this might wake you up. Up
Yeah.
next on Daybreak, if you love Starbucks in the mornings, keep watching.
Yeah, something new is brewing, and it is in business news. Coming up next. There is a new drink coming to the Starbucks menu.
Will it be your new favorite? Let's check it out. ABC's John Muller has America's Money.
Good morning.
Hazelnut.
That got your attention, huh?
Yes.
You're like hypnotized now.
Woo! I'll have to try that one.
All right, 5:26 now.
Here's what's up next on 13 News Daybreak, beginning for you at 5:30. We are bracing for a big storm headed our way. Craig's using Futurecast to track when it'll hit and how much rain or maybe even snow we may see.
Could get messy.
Yeah.
Then a big news story heads to the courtroom today. A couple heads to court because of what police say they did to their little girl.
Plus, 2 suspected robbers and a whole lot of prescription drugs are off the streets this morning. Hear how it all went down as 13 News Daybreak continues.
From your local news leader, this is 13 News Daybreak.
Coming up on 5:30 on your Tuesday morning, it's March 5th, and it's a beautiful start to our morning. A little cold out there, but things are about to change. I'm Vanessa Coria. Thanks for waking up with us.
And I'm LaSalle Blank. So our Weather Authority team has been talking about this storm
Since last
that's
week.
supposed to be hitting us real soon. Boy, they're getting hit with a bunch of snow in places like Minneapolis. And Craig is here to tell us that same storm system is headed our way, correct?
There's a big system that stretches from the north-central U.S. all the way down to the south.
Let's take it over to Vanessa.
All right, thank you, Ashley. Let's get to the news now. A Gloucester couple accused of locking their child in a cage will go on trial today. You're looking at Brian and Shannon Gore. They are facing malicious wounding and child abuse charges. In 2011, police found their daughter confined in their home in filthy conditions and extremely underweight. 13 News reporter Carl Leimer standing by live in the 13 newsroom with more on the trial. Good morning, Carl.
Hey, good morning, Vanessa. Jury selection starts today.
An expulsion hearing today for a 5th grader in Suffolk accused of bringing pot to school. School administrators say the child brought marijuana to Driver Elementary School last month. The boy says he took the pot out of his father's truck because he wanted his dad to stop smoking it. A school spokesperson says it's policy in a situation like this to recommend expulsion.
We've learned more about the death of a dog at the Virginia Beach Animal Shelter. Police say the Commonwealth's Attorney's Office has concluded the incident was an accident and there was no criminal intent of animal cruelty. The 10-year-old pit bull named Batman died after being left outside overnight last month. Beach police say they will continue reviewing the shelter's policy and procedures. Listen to this. Newport News police say thanks to an alert shopper, they were able to catch 2 robbers and recover a cache of stolen drugs. Police say Robert Schlee and Matthew Sherman, who you see on your screens, robbed the Rite Aid pharmacy on Warwick Boulevard. Both now face robbery charges. Police tell us someone at the Rite Aid spotted the 2 on Saturday and was able to give police a good description of their getaway car and the license plate number. Along with catching the crooks, police say they recovered all 970 Oxycontin pills that were stolen from the Rite Aid.
Off of the streets.
All right, guys, still to come on 13 News Daybreak.
Is VDOT prepared, or will we see more pothole problems? We're talking about the possible effects of that storm Craig's been tracking. That storm is headed here real soon.
Right now we have quiet conditions out there. The sun is going to be coming up before too long. We'll see skies partly cloudy across the region, but clouds are going to roll in. We're going to see chances for showers and eventually more wind, some potential snow, and higher water levels. A lot to talk about after the break.
Plus, help us take a bite out of hunger tonight. It's a yummy event, and still ahead, 13 News Chaser Jason Walsh is live with details on the taste of Hampton Roads.
It's all good news for your morning commute. Back to you guys.
All right, we love good news in the morning, that is for sure. 5:42 up next on Daybreak.
A plan to put a pink strip on some North Carolina licenses is at the center of controversy. Why some say the proposal is discriminating.
Welcome back to Daybreak, everyone. The United Nations is setting the stage for a new round of sanctions against North Korea. This morning, the UN Security Council will meet behind closed doors to discuss the North. The meeting comes just hours after the U.S. and China agreed on a draft sanctions resolution to punish North Korea following its nuclear test last month. By the way, China is North Korea's closest ally.
Humiliating. That's what some folks in North Carolina are calling a proposal to give immigrants pink driver's licenses. Democratic lawmakers and Hispanics say a state plan to issue specially marked licenses to qualifying illegal immigrants is discriminatory. The specially marked state licenses will have bright pink stripes and the words "no lawful status" on them. They would be issued later this month. North Carolina Republican Governor Pat McCrory backs the state agency's plan, calling it a pragmatic compromise.
Well, this is a great Hampton Roads tradition that takes place right after you get off from work today.
And it's yummy. It's the 24th annual Taste of Hampton Roads. We're going to be there, and we would love for you to join us. It's an important event for the food bank and the people they serve.
The thousands of people they serve here in Hampton Roads. 13 News Chaser Jason Walsh is live in Norfolk, dishing out the details. Good morning.
Good morning, guys, and I'm here at the Norfolk Waterside Marriott. Live in Norfolk, Jason Walsh, 13 News.
I won like $10 million at that fake casino last year.
Yeah, that's where we're going to find you. I know that for sure.
Hey, everybody, if you want more info on how to get your hands on tickets, we've got you covered on WVEC.com. Look under the Community tab. Again, this event helps so many people. With another round of wintry weather headed our way, there could be more potholes popping up, especially along I-264.
Is VDOT prepared? Crews were out there overnight doing repairs on 264 in Norfolk. Last week, we got a look at scathing emails Commonwealth Transportation Board member Aubrey Lane sent to VDOT Commissioner Greg Worley following rough weather. Lane said the agency should have been better prepared and the interstate should have been ready and prepped. Last night, we caught up with Lane and asked him if he thinks VDOT is ready this time around.
Yeah, I have. I'm very comfortable with the reaction and the response to what we're doing now. I do expect that the reaction time that when the weather does clear will be significantly better.
VDOT's commissioner will give a review at a meeting later this month to explain what went wrong last month.
Let's get an explanation from Craig right now about this storm that's coming in. When can we expect it? What can we expect? Let's see what he's tracking right now with the 13 News Weather Authority technology. Good morning.
Good morning. We are watching wet weather approach from the west. We've got some light sprinkles out over western parts of Virginia. I think most of the rain will hold off until later this afternoon and this evening, although a couple of stray sprinkles will be possible a little earlier in the day. Some of this stuff out to the west having a hard time making it down to the ground. There is heavier rain, though, that is working across Kentucky and Tennessee. That's going to come in later today. And the main push, the storm system rolling through, that front will slide eastward. And that's what's going to come through late Wednesday into Thursday. Colder air works in, a whole bunch of different factors coming into play. Anything from tides running above normal. We're going to see the winds really increasing, some gusts potentially 35 to 45 miles per hour late tomorrow and tomorrow night, and then the potential for some snow mixing in late tomorrow night into early Thursday. Let's show you with the Futurecast exactly what I'm talking about. Notice most of the morning should be dry. Skies will become mostly cloudy, but we will see the opportunity for showers to develop later this afternoon and into the early evening. Better chances for rain coming in later tonight around 9:30, 10 o'clock, more widespread showers, and then heavier rain pushes through at some point late tonight and early tomorrow morning. This is stopped at 2 o'clock with our Futurecast showing you the heavier rain. And then as we get into the drive time tomorrow, rain is still going to be possible across the region. Notice the colder air with the snow over the mountains. We're going to see that colder air wrapping around the backside of the system. Winds will be shifting around. I think for a while tomorrow, winds will be coming in from the east, but as that area of low pressure tracks along, that will really determine the wind wind direction and how long and how strong those winds blow. So we do expect higher than normal tides. Right now, we're looking at tides that should build maybe a couple feet above normal, putting our water levels at about 4.8 feet. That's what the models are suggesting. We start to have more widespread tidal issues around 5 feet or so. So we're going to be hopeful that we don't get a real long period of steady east winds. That's when we really get into trouble. Now, there will be chances for some snow showers on the backside of the system, and I'm going to show you my snowfall forecast as we take a look here. I do expect the ground to be very warm, so I'm not looking for much around here. I think we'll see it. I think we'll see it falling, but I think a lot of it will melt on contact. So how about the snowfall? General forecast, what I'm thinking right now, maybe a dusting to an inch for western parts of Hampton Roads, and out towards Petersburg, you might see an inch or so. You get up towards Richmond, an inch to, say, 3 inches, and west of Richmond, 3 to 5, with heavier amounts over the mountains. Could see an inch or two for the Middle Peninsula and the Northern Neck, but mostly mix and some rain showers across Hampton Roads. With snow showers later, it's just going to, a lot of it, melt on contact. There's the rest of the 7-day forecast. Great looking weekend. Don't forget to spring ahead. I'll talk more about that coming up.
Thank you so much, Craig. Let's take a look at how your morning commute is shaping up. We're taking you out to 264 at First Colonial and Virginia Beach. Not much going on at all. It's pretty calm on that stretch for now. No incidents to report. This is 64 at 664 Interchange in Hampton. So as you're making your way beyond that Hampton Coliseum, things are starting to pick up, but traffic is moving fine. We'll take a look at 464 at the top of the hour, but for now, let's get back to you guys.
Ashley, thank you. 5:52 up next on 13 News Daybreak. If you're looking for love, head to Walmart?
Yep.
It might be one of the most unusual studies you will ever hear. Stick around. We'll have it for you.
And we have a release date for the Samsung Galaxy S4. Tech News is next. The countdowns are on for both the release of the next Samsung phone and the Apple iWatch.
When she starts talking like that, it's time for Tech Bites. Here's ABC's Diana Perez.
In today's Tech Bites, the White House scoring points with cell phone users. The Obama administration wants you to be able to choose the wireless carrier for your mobile device. Another government agency ruled that unlocking phones so they'll work on another network is illegal. A market analyst says personal computer sales fell almost 4% last year and will continue downward. Consumers prefer the mobility of tablets, even though desktops and laptops can do more. And it's confirmed Samsung will unveil its new top-line smartphone next week. The Galaxy S4 will be more of a software than an hardware upgrade. The big news here, it reportedly will automatically scroll based on where your eyes are focused. And watch for a new product later this year from Apple, the iWatch. Reports say that the next new product in Apple stores may let you make phone calls, count how far you've walked, and monitor your heart rate all at the same time. And those are your Tech Bites. I'm Diana Perez.
Can we talk about this now?
Yeah, I love this story. Looking for love in all the wrong places these days? Well, maybe you should take a trip to Walmart.
Walmart. Not only is it a supercenter, but believe it or not, a new study by Psychology Today found more people thought they first saw their future spouse at Walmart than anywhere else. The study looked at the missed connections page on Craigslist from 15 different states. Get more than you bargain for at Walmart these days, huh?
Come on over to our Facebook page and tell us what you think about this study. We've posted about it on there.
What do you think about this? Still ahead on Daybreak, what's the latest with this storm coming in? Craig is using our Weather Authority technology to bring you the very latest info. Check out his Futurecast coming up in just minutes.
We'll also have our top stories at 6, including a court appearance for the founder of the animal shelter at Michael Vick's former home. What charges she's facing today.
And for now, let's get back to you guys.
Ashley, thank you. 5:52 up next on 13 News Daybreak. If you're looking for love, head to Walmart?
Yep.
It might be one of the most unusual studies you will ever hear. Stick around. We'll have it for you.
And we have a release date for the Samsung Galaxy S4. Tech news is next. The countdowns are on for both the release of the next Samsung phone and the Apple iWatch.
When she starts talking like that, it's time for Tech Bites. Here's ABC's Diana Perez.
In today's Tech Bite, and those are your Tech Bites, I'm Diana Perez.
Can we talk about this now?
Yeah, I love this story. Looking for love in all the wrong places these days? Well, maybe you should take a trip to Walmart.
Walmart. Not only is it a supercenter, but believe it or not, a new study by Psychology Today found more people thought they first saw their future spouse at Walmart than anywhere else. The study looked at the missed connections page on Craigslist from 15 different states. Get more than you bargain for at Walmart these days, huh?
Come on over to our Facebook page and tell us what you think about this study. We've posted about it on there.
What do you think about this? Still ahead on Daybreak, what's the latest with this storm coming in? Craig is using our Weather Authority technology to bring you the very latest info. Check out his Futurecast coming up in just minutes.
We'll also have our top stories at 6, including a court appearance for the founder of the animal shelter at Michael Vick's former home. What charges she's facing today.